Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kemi, and I'm here to talk about Next Gen NYC Season 1, Episode 6. So, this is the episode where they are going to Jersey Shore for Brooke's birthday. So we start off with Ariana Hudson, Amira, her boyfriend, and Georgia and her boyfriend. And they're basically discussing the trip that they're about to take and the whole Charlie of it all. So in the episode prior, they had already discussed, like, they all had met up together, and this is, I think, when they were saying they're going to go to the Jersey Shore or whatever. And they all said that the first day it's going to be um focused on Brooks, and we're not going to get into it with Charlie. Everyone's just going to chill, relax. So they reiterate that at this little meetup that they do right here, and they're all just like, we're all going to just focus on Brooks the first day. um and then they talk about what they're going to do. So they're just like, okay, cool. So Georgia continues to be upset, which again, I understand why she's upset. I get it. He said he would slap you if you was a man, he would slap you. So I understand. Yeah, you tripping. And again, the whole reason why they beefing is just dumb over them speakers. It's like, you got it back 6 days later. Like it's like, for Charlie to be so rich, or so he says, you was really fiending over that $200 speaker. And like they say, don't borrow something that you aren't willing to, like, what's the saying? Don't borrow something that you can't give. Or don't give something. I don't even know what the saying is, but it's just like basically saying, like, if I borrow you something, like, I'm not gonna borrow you some money that I don't like, that I wouldn't be okay with never getting back. Like, I'm not gonna borrow somebody $1,000 because I want my $1,000 back. Like, I could give you $100, because if you don't give it back to me, I'm cool. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna come after you for $100 or whatever. So it's just like, don't give something that you wouldn't be okay with not getting back. And clearly, you shouldn't have let her borrow them speakers, because this is just stupid. So we then see Brooks and his boyfriend, and they're putting a calendar together or something like that. They talk about their 1 year anniversary, and Brooks is just like, oh, he wants to be engaged by then. And it's just like, sir, I guess. Brooks really doesn't do it for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Brooks doesn't do it for me, like, at all. So his scenes, I'm zonked out, just like he be zonked out when drama happens. So we see Ariana and Hudson talking, because Kim is supposed to be um coming to visit them or whatever. So they're talking about that. Then we see Georgia going to a bowling alley because she wants to turn it into a club or whatever. So she's like visiting different bowling alleys and stuff like that to see what they can get or whatever. So then we see Georgia's talking about what she wants to do by the time she turns 30, like all these things that she wants to accomplish. And it's just like, girl, you can do it if you put your mind to it. So go ahead and get it done, girl. We then see Ariana waiting for Kim to show up. So Kim shows up, and Kim got skinny, like, she real skinny. So she shows up and she comes into the house. Ariana shows her where she's gonna stay, and Kim is just like, so you want me to sleep on a futon? And she was just like, okay, I guess. And then Ariana was just like, no, I'm gonna put you up in a hotel. I was just playing with you or whatever. So we see in the confessional how she again talks about how she gives money to her mom, and like she's basically taking care of her mom and dad because of everything that happened. And then Hudson is just like, I don't want to disrespect her parents, but at the same time, it's just like, you need to stop taking care of your mom. Like, you could give them money here and there, but you can't take care of everything, especially now that we're in New York and we got our own stuff that we got to take care of. Like, you know. And I'm just like, okay, so what happened with her? What happened to all of Kim's other kids? Like, I could have sworn she had like five five kids, because I feel like she had three girls, the oldest, I don't know her name, Ariana, and then another girl. And then she had two boys because I know she had Cash because she stole that name from Candy, and then another boy, if I'm not mistaken. So she has like five kids. Like, where is the oldest one? Where's the oldest daughter? Like, why is she not helping? Is she helping? Like, because I know Ariana's not the oldest. It's the one that the yeah, I don't even know what her name is, but she has an older, like, Ariana has an older sister, which she has not mentioned. I wonder if she's helping out, what she's doing, but I guess. So we see Ariana and Hudson talk to Kim about them meeting a potential vendor for their business. We see Ava and Charlie, they go shopping for a gift for Brooks, and then Ava tells Charlie that she may not be there, or she may come a day late because she has an event that she has to go to, and they changed the fitting for the day before. Like during, like, the event is during, I don't even know, but it's just like, I feel like she just didn't want to be there, and I don't understand why she's even here on this show. Like, she's really blah bland ever since the whole thing with her and Ariana. We really haven't really seen her, so it's just like, do you even want to be here? Because, like, you won't even show up for your friend's birthday. I understand that you have sorry, I understand that you have an event that you have to go to, but like, you're even complaining about coming from the event to your friend's birthday. Like, I don't know. So she tells Charlie. Charlie's just like, I need you there. I need you, Dylan, because those are his only friends at this moment. Because he's beefing with almost everybody in the crew. Sorry, he's beefing with almost everybody in the crew. So it's just like, he really needs her, and she's just like, I'll see what I can do. There's no guarantee that I'm gonna make it. We then see Gia's talking to her mom. She's doing a photo shoot, letting her know, I'm going to Jersey. I'm going to the Jersey Shore this weekend, X, Y, and Z. So then we see Ariana, Hudson, and Kim. They're going out. They're going to Little Italy. I think that's where they went, and they're meeting up with Riley or whatever. So mind you, when Kim first came, and she had when she first came or whatever, I don't know if it's the same day or the next night or whatever. She came, right, Ariana told her that she rekindled things with Riley, and that they're all going to go out to dinner or whatever, and she was just like, you better not bring candy. And she was just like, no, I'm not bringing candy. And Kim was just like, yeah, she tried to sue me, or she sued me or something like that. And it's just like, because you stole from her. But I brought all that up because, I mean, it happened in the episode. I forgot about it, but I brought it up because we've seen Ariana and Riley in a confessional together, and they're talking about their parent, like Kim and Candy not getting along or whatever. And Riley was just like, when I asked my mom what it was, she was like, it's none of my business, so I just left it alone. But Kim Ariana didn't even ask her mom what it was, and Kim just volunteered that out there, like, you didn't do wrong. Like, we can't go back and watch that season where Candy helped you with this song, and then you tried to only give her so much money off of it. Like, she produced it, wrote it, did all of that. You barely sung on it because you can't sing, and you tried to get all the profits from the song. So it's just like, hold your horses. So anyway, so they're out to dinner. Riley shows up. They're all talking about, just catching up with each other. Then they start to talk about Charlie, and how, he owes them money. And then we also find out that Charlie had told Riley that he liked Ariana and he wanted to sleep with her or something like that. And Riley told Ariana, and Ariana told Hudson or whatever. And so Hudson is just like, I'm gonna have a word with him because, like, that's real disrespectful or whatever. So, because it is like, bro, she has a man. Like, why would you even tell her friend that? Like, Charlie is just so disrespectful. Like, just So yeah, so we see them all getting ready to go to Jersey, and then they all, like, get in the car and they're on their way to Jersey. We have Charlie, Brooks, and Brooks' sister Chloe are in a car together, and then Ariana, Hudson, Amir, her boyfriend, Riley, and Georgia are in another car together, and they're talking about the whole Charlie thing or whatever. And in the other car, what's it called? Brooks calls Ariana to see if they were on the way. And he was just like, yeah, we're on the, she was just like, they were like, yeah, we're on the way. And he was just like, yeah, they were trying to make sure who was all coming or whatever. And they were just like, yeah, Dylan's not coming. And Ava says she's going to be late because she has an event. And then we see the flashback of Dylan moving out of Charlie's place. So that's why he's not coming, because he's sick of Charlie. Charlie owes him way too much money. And you're gonna, like, yeah, I'm moving out, like he said a couple, I think it was last episode or maybe the episode before, Dylan was just like, living with Charlie has gotten him off track of what he's been trying to do. He used to go to bed at 10 and now he's going to bed, I mean, he used to go to bed at, like, the latest would be midnight. Now he's going to bed at 6 o'clock in the morning because they're partying all the time, and he needs to get back on track and get focused, like, for the reason why he's out here and doing what he's doing. So he moves out or whatever. So I don't know if we're gonna see him again, because I feel like, I think there's like 3 more episodes. So I don't know if, because he's not on the picture. Yeah, he's not on the pictures. We see everybody else except for him. So maybe he was just a friend of type situation in this one. So um so yeah, so he moved out. We also see Charlie in his confessional, because we had seen Hudson talking about his jewelry and how he likes to wear his jewelry and all this other stuff. And then Charlie is talking about it too. And he's just like, he's so insecure, because he wants to wear all that jewelry. For someone who's so rich, he's so insecure. And it's just like, sir, you are the one who is fighting for money. You can't pay people back. And you talking about somebody else who has money. Like, that boy got money and he ain't scraping for it. He ain't. He may be getting an allowance, or he may get an inheritance. Who knows? But he has his own money, and he is doing well for himself. If he likes to put on his jewelry, then let him put on his jewelry. But you, looking like a hobo, homeless man, can't say nothing to nobody. But we shall move on. So we see Gia, she's made it to the house that they're staying in. They're looking at it and it's all nice and all this other stuff. Then we get everybody makes it to Jersey Shore. We see that Amira and her boyfriend get dropped off because the remaining Georgia, Riley, Hudson, and Ariana went to go grocery shopping or whatever. So they go and get groceries or whatever. We see, oh, sorry, that was another thing. What's his name? Charlie. Charlie had text Georgia. He texted her and apologized and was just like, are we going to be good? Are we going to hug it out or whatever? And she was just like, he's only wants to, like, get on my good side because Ava and Dylan aren't going to be there. So he has nobody. So that's why he's trying to be nice to me and all this other stuff. And she was just like, I don't have time for it. I'm not about to listen to him. Da 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 da. Riley was just like, but he's literally apologizing. And she was just like, I just don't have the breath for it. I don't care. And Ariana was just like, okay, again, this is for Brooks. Like, we're not gonna get into it, nobody, tonight. We're just gonna have fun and let this be Brooks' night. Like, we're gonna be relaxed, chill, cool. That's what we're gonna do tonight. So again, they all get to the Airbnb. They all get where they're gonna stay at and all this other stuff. And they're gonna do a seafood boil. And so Gia had already started doing the seafood boil for them or whatever, and Amir was just like, yeah, no, I don't do that. So I'm going to order my own food. And that seafood boy looked real, yeah, it wasn't seasoned. It looked real bland. I'll just say that. So everybody, the people who went to the grocery stores, they're back, and the everybody else is like, they're eating or doing whatever, and Amira's food comes. I think she ordered from Red Robin or something like that. So her food comes, and Georgia was just like, "Ooh, she was just like, we're about to go out to eat," and she was just like, "Yeah, but everybody else is doing their seafood bowl, so I'm eating this," and she was just like, "Ooh, the Ozempic is wearing off," and Amira looked at her like, "Bitch." I was just like, "Oh, Amira don't like Georgia." So they're, chilling, doing whatever, taking shots, and, getting ready for the night, because they're gonna go to out to eat at some casino place or whatever. So we have in the cars, um Brooks, Chloe, Gia, and Charlie, and Gia's boyfriend. They're in the car, and Gia starts to talk to Charlie, and just like basically like, are you okay? Like, why are you always being a little like an ass to everybody? Like, you need to, just basically trying to tell him about himself or whatever. And Brooks is just like, oh my God, I don't like this. I'm gonna go into the trunk like a little baby, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What do I want to think about? I just did this, and I'm thinking about this, and I'm gonna disengage like my mom. And I'm just like, so annoying, so annoying. So he in the trunk, they get to the casino place or whatever. Everybody gets out, and they're looking for Brooks, and he's stuck in the trunk because he don't want to climb back over the seat or whatever. So they go open up the trunk for him, and somebody tells Georgia to go talk to Charlie. So they go talk or whatever. Yeah, they have a discussion, but I really don't think they like moved forward with it or whatever, or I don't know if they come to terms with it. I don't know. I can't remember what they talked about in this conversation, but I don't think it went anywhere. So they all come back in, and they're all sitting at dinner, and Ariana is sitting in between Charlie and Hudson. So they're taking pictures, and she's just like, Charlie, look, like, get in the picture. So they're taking the picture with Brooks or whatever, and Georgia is sitting next to Riley, and Riley is sitting next to Gia, or sitting next to Gia's boyfriend, and then Gia. And Georgia is complaining to Riley about the fact that Ariana is being all nice to him when she doesn't like him. And she starts to make like this big fuss. So she's whispering, but she's not really whispering, so they can hear her. So um Hudson and Ariana was just like, speak up. What you got to say? And she was just like, I just don't think that it doesn't make sense that you are laughing and taking pictures with Charlie when you were just talking about how much you didn't like him because he did X, Y, and Z. And Ariana was just like, this is Brooks' day. I don't have to like him to still be able, but I can still be cordial with him. Like, we are supposed to be celebrating Brooks right now. Why are you making something out of nothing? And then Gia chimes in, and she was just like, leave him alone, like the poor boy, da 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 da. And Riley was just like, pause. Like, no, y'all like making it seem like Charlie is some poor little boy that didn't do anything. He's older than all of us. And he actually told this woman that he would slap her if she was a man. So her not liking him is okay. Like, no, like, stop it. And so they're arguing back and forth, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like, this is wild. This is really wild. Like, they doing the absolute most right now. So Chloe goes and gets the magician to come to like trying to damper it down, and he does his little magic trick, and as soon as he leaves, they pick it right back up. So they're back arguing about the whole thing, and that's how the episode ends. And Brooks is just sitting there like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it's just like, and on this instance, I was with Brooks. Like, y'all are doing the absolute most. This is supposed to be my 25th birthday dinner. Like, we're supposed to be having fun this weekend, not arguing. Why are y'all doing this? Like, this is just so annoying. And I was with him because, like, Georgia, we told you the first time, we told you the second time, and then we mentioned it again in the car, and you still wanted to start some mess on this day when we said, let today be about Brooks. Tomorrow, the next day, we can get into all of that. But the first night needs to be about Brooks, and we couldn't even do that because of you. So that was the episode. Go ahead and get down in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode, because these kids is I don't know for these kids. But yeah, so if you like what you see, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you'll know whenever I post a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.